Hi, I'm Gary White for Central Kentucky Television at Bethlehem High School, and I'm here with Tom Hamilton, who is the principal here at Bethlehem. And on Thursday, Bethlehem took part in the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, and they had all their students, faculty, and staff take part in this. We're going to get some video to show you that here as well. But first of all, tell us how you decided to do this and take part in this activity.
I actually got a phone call from the newspaper, and they said that we had been challenged by St. Joseph Elementary School over here, and I hadn't heard that. And I told the girl, the reporter, that if we've been challenged, we accept that challenge, and we'll take it and take it on.
Okay.
So the conversation began, and we kind of talked about what we could do that was big and exciting and fun, and it took a life of itself. And we had the more we talked, the more we wanted to get kids involved, and parents and teachers and everybody, and it got to be a big deal that you'll see on the tape. Absolutely. In a few minutes.
So you had, I talked to some of the students. I'm going to get to see that as well. But you had about 300 people who were taking part in this, right?
We did. We ended up with about 300 people and everybody got wet, dunked themselves, and it was a great time. It really was, for a good cause, for ALS research.
And August isn't a bad month to be doing that, I guess, right?
I guess so. It was a hot day. Nobody really complained.
Exactly. Now, also, you did this as a fundraiser as well, because it is a fundraiser. It's supposed to make notoriety about ALS, the Lou Gehrig's disease, but also it's a fundraiser for that organization.
That's right. And we donated about a little over $700, or $600, excuse me, to John Paul II research facility. In terms of our Catholic mission and things like that, we wanted to give it to a organization that understands our pro-life stance and things like that. And so they do research in Parkinson's and ALS and do it in a pro-life sort of way. So it became a great partner for us.
Okay. So you made a great donation with it as well. Now, was it cold? Did you dump it on yourself?
Oh yeah, I got dumped a couple of times, and it was a little shocking at first, but it turned out to be fine, and it was fun. We really ended up having a good time with it.
That's great. Now, you started this out because you were challenged by St. Joe, but then, of course, when you do this, you had to challenge somebody else, right?
Yes.
So who did you challenge?
And I made multiple challenges,
Exactly.
but I challenged all of the, Bethlehem is a regional high school, just like I'm talking to you from Lebanon, and so we draw kids from about 6 different parish schools, and starting from your end, St. Augustine, St. Dominic, right. St. Catherine, St. Anne in the south end of our county, St. Gregory, and St. James over in Hardin County. We draw kids from every single one of those schools. So I just thought I would just throw the challenge down to each one of them and to respond back and raise some money for ALS.
Great. And have you heard any response from those schools yet?
I haven't. I just did this yesterday. Exactly. We'll wait and hear from them.
Well, I'll let you know. Maybe we can get some video at some of those other schools when they take the challenge as well that Bethlehem put out there.
That's right. That's right. That's the whole point of this is to get some awareness out there for this horrible disease. It has affected some folks here directly at Bethlehem and part of the Bethlehem family, and we've had some issues with that. So it's kind of close to home for us a little bit, and it's a great opportunity for us to do something good and to give back a little bit to the community.
Right. And part of it, as we said, it is awareness about the disease. So, and you did have that touch locally here. Did you share that with some of the students yesterday when you were doing the challenge?
We did. We shared that with, I didn't really need to share it. Most of the kids know who's been affected, and it's been a great opportunity for us.
Great. Again, I'm talking with Tom Hamilton, who's the principal here at Bethlehem High School. They did the Ice Bucket Challenge on Thursday, passed that little challenge on to all their feeder schools, so we'll let you know how that works out. And I'm going to talk to some of the students who took part as well. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hi, I'm here with Rebecca Bowman, who is a senior at Bethlehem High School. Also went to St. Augustine before coming here, right?
Yes.
And you're from Lebanon?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And you took part in the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge here at Bethlehem High School yesterday, right?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about it. Was it interesting, fun?
It was interesting. It wasn't like anything else we've done before, and to have that many people be able to do it was really cool, I thought.
Now, the staff and the faculty and the students who took part, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you're saying almost like 300 people?
Yeah, it was probably around 300. All of our teachers did it with us. So, and there were only about 20 or 30 kids who decided not to do it. So.
Okay. Now this is for, as we said, for ALS. Are you familiar with ALS or the disease?
A little.
Okay, so this was a good way of bringing some awareness to it, right?
Yes, and we all, everyone who did it brought in $1 to donate.
Okay, super.
So, yes.
So you had to actually donate in order to take part, right?
We did.
And the weather was perfect for this because it was hot out yesterday. So doing the ice bucket challenge on a hot day was a good way to do it, right?
It was refreshing, definitely.
So tell us about the experience. How big was your bucket? Show us first.
It was probably about this big, and there were some people who had brought in like whole coolers or like huge buckets and actually dumped that. So we all had about the same amount of water though.
Okay.
So
did you each bring in your own bucket?
yes,
Okay.
we had to bring our bucket in to be able to participate.
Now, was there actual ice in the water, or was it just cold water?
Some people had ice. I didn't. I guess it melted, so it was pretty much really cold water.
Okay. Very good. Now, you did it in the afternoon, right? So how long did it take for the whole process? Do you remember?
We got outside about like 2:20, and then we all stood in a line, and the St. Joe across the street counted us off from 5, and we went in a line from right to left and dumped it on ourselves.
Okay.
So.
That's fantastic. So did the seniors get to go first or last? Or?
Yes, we all went first.
You
We
all
were
went
all in a
first.
line, and then all the underclassmen were wrapped around the school behind us.
Okay. So you guys got to try this all first.
Yes, we did.
So was it cold?
It was.
How long did it take you to warm up?
Until I changed. We were freezing riding home because we were all soaked in our uniforms because we did it in our uniforms to show that we were from
Okay.
Bethlehem. So,
Okay. So you had to get your uniform cleaned, I guess, huh?
yeah.
Well, very good. Are you glad you took part in this?
I am. I'm really glad I did it.
And what would you say would be one kind of thing that you learned from this experience, taking part in the Ice Bucket Challenge here?
I think it's important for everyone to just like realize how important it really is to donate and be able to do this with a lot of people that you really care about. So,
Great. Well, thank you very much.
thank you.
I'm now talking with Henry Smith, who is a junior here at Bethlehem High School, and who also took part in the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge here yesterday, right? So tell me about it. Was it fun?
It was very fun. Everybody came out, parents, students, everybody participated really, and it was a whole lot of fun to do. Yeah.
So I was asking the other student how big the bucket was. You brought your own bucket in, right?
Yes.
How big was your bucket?
Mine was about medium size. Some people had really big buckets, but mine was decent size. I didn't have too much in there. So.
Okay. Now, was there ice actually in yours when you did the dumping?
Mine did not have ice. I think it melted by the time I got there, but
She said too.
yeah.
But was it refreshing?
It was. It felt good. It was really hot outside, and when I dumped it, it felt nice.
But was it cold?
It was. It was. It was cold.
Now, how long did it take you to warm up?
Warm up for.
From after the being dumped on you were cold, so did it
Oh.
take a while for you to actually
Not really.
get back up?
It was so hot outside. I warmed up pretty quick. You know.
Now, had you heard of ALS and the disease that we were raising money for before?
I've heard of Lou Gehrig and how what it does. It just slowly shuts down your body and whatnot. So,
Right.
yeah, it's a very serious disease, and it's a good cause to raise money for.
It's commonly referred to as Lou Gehrig's disease because he was a ball player who was diagnosed with the disease, and a lot of people knew him. So, but ALS is that same disease, and I hear that you donated as well, right?
Yes, every student donated $1, or whoever participated donated $1. So they probably raised about $300 or so through us.
Now, you also had your faculty and staff and all the other people taking part. Was that a lot of fun to watch them too?
It was. It was good to see the older people get out there and do it and participate. So
No, you actually dumped the water on yourself, you were saying, right?
yes, and some people dumped it on each other, and
Okay.
it was fun.
Now, did you dump on yourself or on somebody else?
I did it on myself, and then you got wet from other people dumping it
Already.
beside you.
Very good. Now, you're a junior, right?
Yes.
All right, because I know I was talking with Miss Bowman. She's a senior, and they started, and then it kind of moved its way around, right?
Like a domino effect, everyone one after another. So
Okay, that's great. That's great. Now, also, before we let you go, we want to talk about, you have a shirt on there about Bethlehem. You're a golfer, I hear, right?
I am.
And you're heading to the state.
Class A state, and we won Class A region. We played Campbellsville, Greene County, and Fort Knox, and we beat those teams. And now we're heading to Class A state in Somerset, Kentucky, to play a bunch of different high schools that are in Class A. So
Okay. How long have you been playing golf?
about 2 years, 2 years or so. But I've played junior golf. I kind of let it go and then picked it back up. So
Now, you're from Lebanon, right?
yes.
Okay. Did you play at the country club there, or where are some of your favorite places to play in the whole community?
I play at Rosewood and Lebanon Country Club both. I like them both, and golf's, I really like it.
How about the state parks? Have you played here in Bardstown and in Springfield as well?
I've played at OKH here, played in Springfield and Maywood here. So
Okay, so you're becoming an expert at all of them, right?
all right.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess.
fantastic. So, actually, for the state, you're saying it's what, in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think so. About 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. And who will you be playing at state? Do you know?
There's so many teams. There'll be about 20 or so schools there, so there'll be a bunch of people we'll be playing. So
Well, good luck with it.
all right, thank you.
Yes. And what's your usual score? What's kind of your average?
Mid 80s usually. So on
Fantastic.
18, yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good. Well, thank you very much. Again, this is
you.
Henry Smith. He is one of the students who took part in the Ice Water Challenge here at Bethlehem High School. This is Gary White for Central Kentucky Television.